All right, next up, we've got Dicaprio Bootle. And then we'll have Matt Farniok and Diedrich Mills today. So if you have questions for DiCaprio, let's start with Evan Bland, Omaha World Herald.
Hey, DiCaprio, just kind of continuing a senior theme here this morning. I guess I'm just curious, with your class, you've been here 5 years. What are some characteristics or some things that stand out about this senior group of guys?
Everybody, we all tough guys. We've been through a lot here. The guys that are still here, stuck through it. Just continue to wake up every morning and just chip at it. Just be a tough guy, in tough times. And everybody in my senior group right now deserves a round of applause for everything that they've been through, that they've endured, and just being able to make a good situation out of times that weren't always so good. So just credit to those guys.
Andrew Ward, KLKN.
Hey, DiCaprio, I know these are kind of weird circumstances with no fans in the stands and everything, but have you thought about what that final moment's going to be like, walking out to Memorial Stadium for the final time?
Nah, I'm trying not to, cry, so I don't think about it too much. That's gonna be emotional for me. It potentially being my last game here, so I don't really want to talk about it too much.
Parker Gabriel, Lincoln Journal-Star.
Well, we'll try a different topic then, DiCaprio. As Cam has settled in and played sort of just one position now this year instead of bouncing around as much as he did the past 2 years, what kind of level is he playing at right now at corner when you watch him, and how good can he be down the road too?
Cam is playing at an elite level. He's a guy who's a heavy competitor. Somebody who, no matter what it is, we could be flipping a coin. He's gonna want to get in on that coin flip and be able to call whether it's heads or tails. He's just, that's just a testament to the guy that he is. He's took this year and took the time off to really help himself grow as a player. I always thought the highest of Cam. I always thought he was a great player. Regardless, he might have had some miscues in the prior years. Who doesn't? But that guy right there. As somebody that's younger than me, I really admire his work. I really admire the things that he does on the field, and just the player that he's evolved into over his time here. And down the line, he continues to do what he's doing, and it'll pay off for him big time. So it's actually crazy because we were talking about this earlier in the locker room, just telling him how much better he's gotten over the years, and just telling him that I'm so happy that he's been in my life for the past couple of years, so that way we can help each other grow and learn a lot from each other. So that's my guy forever.
Mitch Sherman, The Athletic.
Hey, DiCaprio, playing in Minneapolis last year, they didn't really throw it much. Didn't really have to. That was kind of a particularly rough game. What do you recall about the locker room after that game, and how maybe the feeling that you guys had then has impacted the team in its approach since that?
Yeah, that game last year was really rough for us. Going there and just basically having almost nothing go our way. Like you said, they didn't really have to pass the ball much. But after that game, it was like just a feeling of a lot of broken hearts all together in the locker room, just searching for answers, trying to figure out what we could do to get better. Trying to figure out where we went wrong, how we fix it in the next coming weeks. And I would say ever since that game, we've just been trying to build and build, even coming into this next season. That's always been a game that's just kind of popped up on numerous occasions that we think back to. Especially we obviously, I mean, we had lost games before that, but that game right there was kind of a little bit of a turning point in the season last year. So just trying to learn as many lessons from that game as possible. And I mean, it's a new year this year, so we just got to go ahead and just, watch the film from last year and watch their film from this year and just go out and give it our best shot. Just go as hard as we can.
Does the memory of it make any difference this week?
Anytime a team beats you the year before, you always kind of want them back a little bit. So I would say that we remember that game for sure, but we know that this year is a totally different game. The clock on that game hasn't even started yet. So, once the ball kicks off and the clock starts, it's just all dependent on what we do this week. So, the good thing about right now is we can control what we can control. And then, once we get there, we just have to go hard and play hard.
Steve Sipple, Lincoln Journal-Star.
Hey, Dicaprio, going back to the Purdue game, how do you feel you guys did against Rondale Moore? I know he had 13 catches, but he didn't really get loose. How did that happen that he wasn't able to do it?
Yeah, he's a dynamic player. Regardless of what spot he's in on the field, he's a guy that you always have to keep for. Sometimes he lined up in the slot, sometimes he lined up outside on the island with me. Sometimes, he motioned into the backfield. So that's a guy that, any offense would be happy to have. But, basically what we did was we just did our job, Anytime he got the ball, we made sure to get a lot of hats to the ball. And it wasn't just with him. It was just, with everybody. Regardless, when the ball broke, well, there were 11 guys flying to the ball every play. So, just if you do that, regardless, you'll be able to stop just about anybody. So.
Thank you,
Kevin
Decap.
Suits. Yep, sorry. Kevin Suits, KOLN.
Dicaprio, Minnesota has not played the last 2 weeks because of COVID. Is there a concern, or I guess the better word would maybe be fear, that this game may not happen on Saturday, or how do you guys see it from within the locker room?
I couldn't really tell you. I was so sure that we were going to play Wisconsin, and then, we didn't play Wisconsin. We didn't get that game. So I'm still very sure that we're going to play Minnesota, and as long as there's still a game scheduled for Saturday morning, I'm going to prepare like it. So right now, that's what we have. Right now, they say they're playing. Right now, that's the possibility. So I'd be doing myself a disservice not to prepare right for it, not to help the guys prepare right for the game.
Andy Kendi, KETV.
Caprio, what's the ideal situation here for you guys moving forward? You got at least 2 games, most likely, and possibly 3. What do you guys need and want to accomplish over these next 2-3 weeks?
I would say that we just need to continue building, build off of this win that we just had. The last time we came off of a win, the next week wasn't so pretty for us, but just learning from that, understanding that we just got to put in the work during the week, and just continue to just chip away at it. Guys are going to be locked in this week. Guys are going to be ready to fly around. Basically, we're just going to have to continue just doing what we do our job, do our assignment to the best of our abilities, know our opponent, and just continue to just chip away at it.
And we'll finish up with DiCaprio with Sam McHugh in Omaha World Herald.
Hey, DiCaprio, I appreciated your thoughts on how tough this senior class is. You guys have certainly been through a lot of changes. I'm curious, do you feel like this team has enough tough guys after that group of seniors? And if not, how does it get developed? And if so, who are the guys that you look at and say, those are the guys in the future that are going to lead this thing back to where it needs to go?
I think that's part of the culture. We talk about culture so much, and when the guys at the top have been through a lot, it helps your program because we're able to look back at guys that are going through things right now and be able to draw from our own experiences and be able to basically help those guys through any tough situation that they may endure, that they may encounter. So there's a lot of guys in the locker room that come from tough places too. A lot of young guys come from tough places. A lot of guys you know, in my class come from tough places. So, you know, just not even just trying to throw out the word tough so much, but, you know, the guys in my class are very seasoned as well and know how to relate to people, know how to be able to help people in time of need. So right now, you know, our class, whatever may happen between now and forever, you know, we'll always be close. And then the guys that come after us, you know, hopefully they see that they'll be close too, just like we are. And then, you know, it's just a waterfall effect. You know, starts from the top, go all the way down to the bottom. So, you know, as long as they see what we're doing, you know, they'll be able to emulate that and, you know, be able to translate that into learning lessons, winning more, and, you know, just helping this place back to the right, to you know, where it needs to be.
All right. Thank you, DiCaprio. We'll
Thank you.
grab another player here shortly.